Today, I want to share with you one of my favorite healthy snacks. This one dates all the way back to my childhood. And I recently learned a really cool hack that never occurred to me. And when I shared this idea with my family, none of them understood it. They didn't get it. And when I tried to explain it to them, they asked me to make a tutorial video because we are so used to enjoying our favorite snack, the apple. And in this case, it's going to be a sliced apple with almond butter. We couldn't fathom this different way of doing it. And it's so simple, but it makes such a big difference. So let me show you what I mean. Does this look familiar to you? Because this is basically an emblem of my childhood. After school snacks were always apples and peanut butter, or apples and maybe some cheese if we were feeling kind of crazy. But our apples were always sliced like this, where we would just dip in and scoop out that little piece of core in the apple slice. But here's the thing. When you're adding this is almond butter, your peanut butter, your nut butter, whatever it is, when you're working with this little divot, you've got this surface that's kind of flat, and it can be kind of awkward when you're trying to get your butter on, right? And then you end up either slathering way too much on, or in my case, I would just put gobs and gobs on, and then it's not really that much of a healthy snack anymore, is it? Or if the butter is slippery, it's like sliding off the edges. Wouldn't it be better if your apple would just hold the perfect amount of butter so that you can get that awesome flavor, you can get all the good healthy fats without overdoing it? Well, I have to give credit to my partner Joe because he showed this to me, and the first time I saw him do it, I thought he was nuts. I was like, what are you doing? You're being like a little over the top with your apple. But let me tell you, doesn't this look nice? This is a beautifully sliced apple with just the perfect amount of almond butter on top. You get so much flavor without overdoing it. So let me show you how it's done, because my friends, this ain't it. It's not doing the little scoop technique that I grew up doing. It's doing something that we call the boat. So simply, this is how it goes. You take your apple, and depending on how thick you want your wedge, whether you want to quarter it or slice it even more than that, it really is up to you. It's a lot easier to do this technique, especially if you're just trying it for the first time, if you use a quarter. But I'm gonna go a little more advanced, and we're gonna do a quarter, another quarter, so an eighth. So here we have just a nice thin apple slice. And now we are going to do 2 angular slants, one on either side of the apple, to create a little incline. So basically you're making a boat. Each slant should meet at the point so that you have this little canal, this little boat to put your butter in. So you'll see I'm just kind of slightly angling my apple and my knife, angling the knife in the apple, so that when it comes out, you see this. Can you see how it is angular? And there's an actual ridge right in here. That is your vessel for your butter. So when you get your piece out, and this is definitely, cutting it this thin is trickier than cutting it just in that thicker quarter. You can get an easier cut when the piece is thicker. But I want to show you this example because it can still be done when it's this thin. If you're a major expert with a knife, you could do it even thinner. And this is the piece that you get on the other end. And that is literally zero waste. If you don't want to eat the middle part, the part that you're coring out anyhow, that's fine. You can just eat around it. But you can eat these pieces and still enjoy your apple while you get ready to prepare your butter. So we'll bring the almond butter back. I'm going to show you just how little you even need. I mean, I'm not even going to use all this, because you put it in the little well and then you spread it along. And if you want to be a little more generous, feel free. But I'm telling you, this is all you need. And it just goes in there beautifully for a perfect looking, tasting, healthy, balanced snack. So here you have it. Now, instead of doing this, where you get all kinds of crazy overflow, something that's really difficult to try to put your butter on, you can cut it like this and enjoy your snack nice and easily. And it's pretty too. So there you go. Let me know if you have any questions. If you slice your apples in an even more unique way, if you use this hack, if you do the half moon, how do you like your apples? What do you do? It's always interesting to learn how different families, different people have these different traditions and do things differently. And the apple slicing technique can be very controversial. So I'll see you soon. Enjoy your healthy snacks and be well and stay rad.